For millions of Americans, the celebrations marked a welcome end to the Trump era. But for 70 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump, there is disappointment, anger, and for many a strong conviction, despite a lack of evidence, that they've been robbed.
We got to stop letting them divide us. We got to fight for what's right, for our constitutional rights.
In the North Carolina capital of Raleigh, Trump supporters again gathered outside the governor's mansion. Almost a week after the election, the president is still fighting to keep the state red, and with 98% counted, it looks like he will. People here say Donald Trump will continue to be their president, that Joe Biden is a fraud.
Until we see otherwise, we still believe that Trump is the fair winner.
Also here, members of the Proud Boys, a far-right group that's often accused of political violence and racism. During the election campaign, President Trump said they should stand back and stand by. Now they've decided to step forward, providing what's described as protection for the Trump supporters.
All lives matter! All lives matter! All lives matter! All lives matter!
Someone calls out, "Get the gun." There are clashes between Trump supporters and BLM protesters.
And this is starting to get out of hand.
With the level of passions running as high as they are, you can see the Black Lives Matter supporters over there. They've had an altercation with someone from this side here. There's been an arrest, there's been somebody hurt. You've got the Proud Boys trying to secure that side there, and on this side just a handful of Black Lives Matter people. But neither side, of course, are talking to each other, they're yelling at each other, but this is kind of indicative of the level of discord, the degree of tension that exists right here in this city and across America post-election. When I say the words President and Biden together, how does that make you feel?
Makes me want to throw up.
One of the Trump rally organisers is Joshua Flores. He says his people aren't to blame for the violence.
We're open to hear what they're mad about. We are grateful to sit down and talk to them.
They'd probably say the same thing.
No, they would say no. They would say no. They consider us racist. I'm Latino. There's a ditch, there's a wall between the city and the rural parts of America.
Can you breach that?
We can. Is that we got to stop hating each other.
Rotate your selector switch from safe to semi. Take up a good shot position. Commence the fire.
Ceasefire! It's called the Not Effing Around Coalition, or the NFAC. It's a self-styled black-only militia aimed at protecting African Americans against attacks by white supremacists.
You've got like-minded individuals that are prepared to take a life, the same way they're prepared to give their own, to see that this country remains what it was supposed to be, not what it has become.
Former musician, soldier, now militia leader, Grandmaster Jay, wants his troops combat-ready to meet the post-election threat. What sort of a situation would you see would activate you?
It would have to be an all-out attack against African Americans in this country at the hands of white supremacists or white militia with a white supremacist agenda.
Are you concerned about that in this particular post-election atmosphere?
This is unprecedented. The United States has never stood on the precipice of a modern-day civil war more than it has now.
This is certification day, and the pressure is on to hit the target.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Just 1, 2, 3
That's
right
his
here?
last 3, yeah. If you qualified, congratulations.
Of course, some Americans watching this would say, well, you're the terrorists, you're the ones we fear.
Well, we can't manage your emotions, but we can say this: we haven't terrorized anyone. We haven't spoken any hate against anyone. We haven't injured anyone. We haven't destroyed one piece of property.
Open fire.
The fractures in this nation can also be measured on the farms and small towns of rural America. If you live outside the city limits, you're far more likely to be a Trump supporter. Inside, a Democrat. As the election map clearly shows, the sea of red marks the countryside, the blue, the big cities.
So I think, honestly, like in places really all over the world, there is a urban-rural divide on cultural issues. And I think what we have seen as the Republican Party in America has been especially effective on, shall we say, weaponizing those issues and saying those people in the urban areas, the city dwellers, they are different from you. And so even though Democrats try very hard to make economic appeals to say, hey, this plan will help you, it doesn't really resonate because it's just the other team, the other tribe. And, you know, Donald Trump and the Republicans are saying, we're like you and we share your values. And that really works.
The president may be heading towards the exit, but it's not the last we'll hear from Donald J. Trump, because his millions of supporters will go wherever he leads, and that may be straight back to the next election, 2024.
He will be a major figure shaping our politics in important ways for as long as he's alive, honestly.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.